So, who are the British, Graham? Who are they?
Who are they? So it depends if you want the long story or the short story.
We've got an hour, so you time it just as you see fit.
Right. Well, the short story is a legal fiction created by the British Nationality Act of 1948. There is a particular part of that act which is unlawful and unconstitutional because it removed the protections from the English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, and Cornish. And what I mean by remove protections, there was a Schedule 4, in other words, hidden, not put on the face of the bill, that removed part of the Act of Settlement of 1701, which meant that prior to the British Nationality Act 1, we were all English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, and other in the British Isles.
Right.
But most importantly, what it did, unfortunately, and it's never been brought up and challenged in the High Court, and it should be, is it removed the requirement under English constitutional law that to be a member of Parliament, House of Lords, police constable, mayor, or any other profit or authority in England, in particular, you had to be born of English parents or Dominion. So at this time, Scotland was regarded as a Dominion. Ireland was regarded as a Dominion. Certain other places were regarded as Dominions, including the United States of America at the time. But they extradited themselves from that. So is Southern Ireland, because they created their own constitution and become a republic, a full-on republic, in 1936, 1937. So the short answer is, who are the British? Currently, it is a legal fiction handed to anyone. So anyone can be British, don't matter who you are. Anyone can be British. And the worst part of that, the worst part of that is if you declare yourself as British and you're an indigenous person, so you're English, Scottish, Welsh, or Irish, or Cornish, you lose all of your rights as an Englishman under the English Constitution because you're in fact self-declaring that you're not English.
Right, it's like a default position, so you're either or as far as they view you.
Well, you must always stand up and say, I am English. What they do is then wave, many times they will wave a passport in and say that passport says British. The passport references what's known as a unitary state in law, not a country. So it's an authoritative state. And really and truthfully, we've been suckered into via our Parliament and the Acts of Union of 1706, 1707, and we've brought Roman law into a common law jurisdiction, which never works well, and it's proving the point today. So that's the short answer.
Yeah.
If you want to give a longer answer to British,
it's just even as an aside. Yeah, I don't mind a longer answer. I was just, obviously, that word floats around in our culture all over the place. I've heard it about 5 times today on the news and stuff like this. And you see it in video clips and, we're the British and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, if we keep using that word, we're basically reinforcing our own misunderstanding of exactly what is the word status here, or is it another word to describe a word like that? Is this describing our supposed status, or is it to do with our race, our ethnicity? I just prefer race myself. I can't be doing with ethnicity. It's far too many syllables.
Yeah. So if you regard yourself, if you regard yourself as British, you're putting a legal fiction, which is unnatural, created by Parliament, on your forehead and declaring yourself as British. I'm English. I am a natural Englishman, if you want to put it that way. Our tribe, bound together over nearly 1,100 years. So UNESCO describes us as if you look at the definition of indigenous, an indigenous population, we're regarded as indigenous. In fact, the English are more indigenous than the Maori of New Zealand. The Maori of New Zealand have only been there for 750 years. We have been here for the best part of, well, when I say we, if you look at England as one nation since 927, 1100 years. Prior to that, we were several separate kingdoms of the Anglo-Saxons and the Jutes that all come together. Obviously, we had problems with the Vikings and the Danes, etc. But in the end, we gelled into one.
The English Constitution is the solution, always has been and always will be.